Aloha everyone, what is really good my dudes? Welcome to another RuneScape news coverage video. For this video, we're going to talk about the last bits of the mod Pi quality of life combat updates. So without any further ado, let's jump right into the video. Let's go.
Cats is the illest. What you talking about, Willis?
Alright guys, Mod Pi has said on Twitter that he has officially left the office for the remainder of 2020. And I say that loosely, obviously, because they're not actually in office, they are working from home. But that does mean that he is no longer working on any of these combat quality of life fixes, at least until next year. Having said that, he did go on Twitter showing off the remainder of what he has done. So we're going to cover that right now here in the video. Starting off, there's been a lot of requests about crackling stealing on hit effects. To avoid that, he has now made it, and you'll see here in the video, that basically crackling will go into an active state whenever the timer triggers. And when in this state, your next attack, be it melee, mage, or range, will then cause your crackling to proc. Again, you can see this on screen, so this should mean that you'll no longer get random crackling procs when you don't want them to happen. They will always only be happening when you're attacking a target, which hopefully alleviates some of that frustration. Also, he has made it so the ingenuity of humans can no longer be used up by anything that isn't an ability or a spell, which is, or would be when launched, directly following exactly what the tooltip says it should do. So it should be in line with the tooltip after this update, will only proc on an ability or a spell. Moving on, we got a couple of highly requested bug fixes. First off, we got Nightmare Gauntlets that will no longer cause the next ability after snipe to fire faster. And Revolution will no longer delay for longer than it should after a channeled ability. This is basically what I talked about in the previous video where there was a poll. Looks like he did make the necessary changes to alleviate that ending lag or ending delay on channeled abilities, specifically for Revo users. Also, switching targets will no longer retain your Needle Strike buff. This is always intended to apply to the monster that you apply your Needle Strike to, so now, whenever this goes live, you cannot apply Needle Strike on one thing and then get that damage buff on the next thing you attack. It only works on whatever you hit Needle Strike on. It is important to note that with this set of updates, that 3-tick sniping will no longer be a thing. So if you're somebody who does 3-tick snipe, be aware of this. Take it as you will. You can no longer 3-tick snipe after this update goes live. And finally, to close out these videos, this is not something that has been fixed by Mod Pi, but these are things that he has looked at and just didn't get enough time to work them out. Starting off, we got death costs. A lot of people have expressed how they feel, basically saying that at high-end PVM, death costs are simply way too high, which they pretty much are. You got like 10 to 12 mil deaths in a lot of scenarios, and that could drastically hurt your GP per hour in a lot of bosses. So he has said that the analytics are actively looking at it, but he didn't get anything back yet, and he'll pick it up after Christmas. And lastly, we have large NPCs nulling melee AoEs. He says he does have a fix for this, but it is an engine side fix and comes with performance hits that need to be tested thoroughly. So consider it a tentative fix, but will require more work for actual implementation and an actual launch. Anyways, that is it. If you've been following along with these Mod Pi update videos, these are updates that are not meant to come out this year. In fact, we do not have any type of ETA on when any of these will launch. So until I get more information about that, we're just gonna have to wait and see. But when I do hear it, I'll definitely let you know here on the channel, so stay tuned for that. I'm going to wrap it up there. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you're not subscribed yet and you want to stay up to date on all things RuneScape related, then hit that subscribe button. I appreciate you guys watching. I am out. Aloha.